Love is a beautiful lie, a vow wrapped in chains, a promise sealed in blood. Ethan Caldwell loved too much, too deeply, too blindly, too hopelessly devoted. He worshipped Claire. She was his light, his breath, his reason for waking. But love is only sweet when it's returned. One evening, as the sunset bled across the sky, Ethan took Claire's trembling hands in his. "Promise me something." Her smile was small, hesitant. "Fake. Anything." His voice was barely above a breath. "That we'll never leave each other, no matter what." Her fingers twitched before she squeezed his hand. "I promise. But promises are like glass, and when they shatter, the shards always draw blood." 3:12 a.m. A sound. A single deliberate knock. Claire froze, her heart clamped tight in her chest. She already knew who it was. Her feet moved on their own down the dark hallway, past Ethan's sleeping form. Every step felt wrong. She reached for the doorknob. Her skin crawled. She shouldn't open it, but she did. And there he stood. Damien, grinning, confident, hands in his pockets like he belonged there. "Miss me?" Claire swallowed, her pulse roaring in her skull. She turned, but Ethan was standing at the end of the hallway, watching, silent. And then he smiled, not a normal smile, a thin, unnatural curve, like something wearing human skin. The night Ethan found the book, the house held its breath. A storm growled outside. Thunder rattled the glass. Ethan sat alone in his study, the glow of his phone burning images of Claire and Damien's texts into his brain. Laughing, lying, touching. His grip tightened on the glass of whiskey. His breathing turned sharp. And then a flicker, a shadow. His eyes snapped to the bookshelf. A book, ancient, thick, bound in something that looked like leather but breathed like skin. It hadn't been there before. His shaking hands reached for it. The moment his fingers brushed the cover, the room went silent. No wind, no rain, no heartbeat. He opened it. The words moved. Latin, black ink, slithering like veins. Quidquid desideres pro anima tua. His lips formed the words. The air folded inward. A breath, but not his. A voice, slick as oil, whispered from the dark. "Your pain fuels your desire, and now you are mine." Ethan's veins turned black, his body convulsed. And then he was no longer alone. Something had stepped inside him, something that did not know how to leave. Claire hummed softly, stepping into the bedroom. The air smelled wrong, rot, decay, wet earth. She flicked on the light, and there he was, hanging, his body twisting, his eyes open. A note was pinned to his chest. "You promised me forever." Claire staggered back, a scream clawing at her throat. Then a whisper, right at her ear, right inside her skull. "Did you think I wouldn't come back for you?" The room shifted, the bed rotted, the walls curled inward, breathing. Footsteps, but no feet. A shadow peeled itself from the ceiling, stretching toward her. Her own breath turned into fingers, wrapping around her throat. The door burst open. Damien rushed in just as the floor collapsed. A pit of writhing hands yawned open beneath them. Damien did not get to scream. The hands found him first. Claire tried to run, but Ethan was waiting. His smile, wider than a human mouth should go. Forever means forever, Claire. The house resets. Again, again, again. Ethan watches from the shadows as the story repeats. A knock at the door. Claire opens it. Damien smiles. And Ethan, he is trapped. "You wanted revenge, Ethan," the devil croons, its voice slithering under his skin. But revenge is never the end, only the beginning. The house is not haunted. It is alive. And Ethan, he is just another piece in its collection. Years later, a new couple moves into the house. The man kisses his lover's forehead. "Promise me something," he whispers. She giggles. "Anything. That we'll never leave each other." And in the upstairs window, Ethan watches, his smile unchanged, unbroken, forever. And in the darkness, as the house chooses its next victims, the devil laughs low, twisting, endless. Some love stories never end, not even in death.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.